It's Friday, May 16th. I'm Scott Sexsmith. This is Today in the Sioux, our daily podcast from SOOtoday.com, brought to you by Outspoken Brewing, featuring dollar wings on Wednesdays. And tonight, in fact, each and every Friday night, live music from 9 to 11. Outspoken Brewing, 350 Queen Street East. Well, we asked yesterday on this very podcast if it's a good idea to remove traffic lights. Well, around the same time, the city of Sault Ste. Marie issued a news release about the traffic study at Wallace Terrace and Gooley Avenue. A two-vehicle collision happened yesterday afternoon. We were there during rush hour to see how drivers were adjusting after the traffic light was removed. By the way, we've got some video footage of the crash. Check that out while you're on site. Comments, they're blowing up. People clearly not in favor of this move. Think back to how well this worked at the corner of Elgin and Albert. Other city traffic news, backed by popular demand or not, are traffic bollards, and City Hall has released its 2025 priority list for installation of these temporary, flexible traffic calming bollards designed to encourage slower and more cautious driving. We have the list of locations selected for installation if the municipal budget permits. You can check that out in our story on site today. Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy unveiled the province's budget yesterday, and we've got complete coverage on Sioux Today from our team at the Trillium, including how the Ford government will be spending big time to prop up businesses amid Trump tariffs and how our region benefited from the budget. Read all about it today. As their strike hits its third week, Canadian Hearing Services workers are still picketing along Great Northern Road. Many of the organization's critical services are on pause. Greg McGrath-Gowdy with the latest today, including the emotional toll it's taking on employees. If you aren't up to date on your vaccinations, you could face a steep suspension if you're a high school student. Algoma Public Health issuing 549 suspension orders to high school students across the region this April, with 140 students ultimately facing suspension for failing to keep their immunizations up to date. The suspensions, by the way, can last as long as 20 days. The North Shore Health Network will be temporarily closing the emergency department at its Thessalon site this weekend. The closure, which is due to physician shortages, will be from 8 a.m. on Saturday to 8 a.m. on Sunday. This is the second time in less than a week the emergency department there has been forced to close due to doctor shortages. The Toronto Sun's long-running series of Sunshine Girls is under fire as working professionals allege the resurfacing of their flirtatious photos from years ago misrepresents who they are today. Alex Flood with a deeper dive on that story on site. In sports, the London Knights won the OHL championship last night over the Oshawa Generals. The Knights, by the way, went an astounding 16-1 in the playoffs to win their second consecutive league title. Sioux area, long weekend weather, clearing this afternoon, 24 the high, showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, high 13, cloudy Sunday, high 10, and sunny on holiday Monday with a high of 13. Anyone say the fair's in town? That's a wrap for Today in the Sioux on this Friday. You can download and subscribe to make sure that you never miss a single episode of the show. We'd love for you to do that. Today's podcast produced as always by Derek Turner. Today in the Sioux brought to you by Outspoken Brewing. You can check them out at 350 Queen Street East in downtown Sault Ste. Marie. Thanks for listening this week. Have a great long weekend. We're back on Tuesday.